My alien neighbor's mating season unleashed chaos. Humanity's epic response. Mia Carter stood on her creaky porch, squinting into the late afternoon sun. Her small farmhouse sat at the edge of Willow Creek, a sleepy town where nothing much happened. At 38, she'd grown used to the quiet life, raising her daughter Ellie, tending her vegetable garden, and fixing whatever broke around the place. Her hands were rough from years of hard work, but her eyes still sparkled with a restless curiosity. Today, though, something felt off. A low hum vibrated through the air, and the birds had gone silent. Down the dirt road, a rusty pickup truck rolled up to the empty house next door. It wasn't much, a sagging roof, peeling paint, but it'd been vacant for years. Mia watched as a figure stepped out, tall and lean, with skin that shimmered like liquid silver under the sunlight. She blinked, thinking it was a trick of the light. But no, this wasn't human. The figure carried a glowing crate, moving with a grace that didn't fit the dusty surroundings. Mia's heart skipped a beat. A real alien here in Willow Creek. "Ellie, stay inside," she called through the screen door, her voice firm but calm. Her 12-year-old daughter peeked out, wide-eyed, but obeyed. Mia grabbed her old baseball bat, just in case, and stepped off the porch. She wasn't one to back down from a mystery. The alien turned as she approached, its face smooth and featureless at first, then shifting into something more human-like, sharp cheekbones, deep green eyes that glowed faintly. "Greetings," it said, its voice a strange mix of clicks and melody. "I am Zorak, from Valora. I mean no harm." Mia lowered the bat slightly, her grip still tight. "Mia Carter, you're my new neighbor, I guess. What's with the glow? And that hum? It's giving me a headache." Zorak tilted his head, as if studying her. "My apologies. It's a natural process. I am in a phase my people call the crest. It will pass." He set the crate down, and it pulsed with soft blue light. Mia noticed the grass beneath it bending, growing taller in seconds. "Natural process," she pressed, stepping closer. "You're messing with my town already. That hum knocked out my fridge an hour ago." Zorak's glow dimmed, and he looked almost sheepish. "The crest is our mating season. It releases energy, uncontrollable at times. I came to Earth to avoid complications. Your planet seemed quiet." Mia laughed, short and sharp. "Quiet? Sure, until you showed up. Look, Zorak, I don't care where you're from, but if you're staying here, you can't break everything. What happens if this crest gets worse?" His eyes flickered, and the hum grew louder for a moment. "If I don't find a compatible partner, the energy builds. It could destabilize this area, maybe more. I didn't expect it to escalate so fast here." Mia's stomach twisted. She wasn't a scientist or a hero, just a mom who fixed leaky pipes and grew carrots. But something about Zorak's tone, that mix of fear and honesty, stirred her. She'd faced worse odds before, like the time she rebuilt the barn after a storm with nothing but grit and a borrowed hammer. Humans didn't give up easy. "Okay," she said, setting the bat against the fence. "Let's figure this out. You're not blowing up my town on my watch. What do you need?" Zorak hesitated, then nodded. "On Valora, we bond with someone to balance the energy. It doesn't have to be romantic, just a connection. I don't know if it works with humans." Mia raised an eyebrow. "Well, I'm not signing up to be your alien bride, but I'll help you keep this under control." "Deal." "Deal," Zorak said, his glow brightening. The crate pulsed again, and a nearby tree sprouted new branches in a flash. Mia sighed. This was going to be a long week. That night, she couldn't sleep. The hum had softened, but strange lights flickered outside her window. She peeked out and saw Zorak pacing his yard, his silver skin casting shadows that danced like fireflies. The power in her house flickered again, and Ellie's voice called from upstairs. "Mom, the TV's out." Mia pulled on her boots and marched next door. Zorak was surrounded by glowing vines that had sprouted from nowhere, wrapping around his porch. "This your crest again?" she asked, crossing her arms. "Yes," he admitted, his voice tight. "Earth's atmosphere. It amplifies everything. I can't stop it alone." Mia studied him, then the vines. She wasn't sure what compatible partner meant, but she knew one thing. Humans didn't sit around waiting for trouble to fix itself. "Tomorrow," she said, "we're getting help. My neighbors aren't gonna like this, but they're tough. We'll figure it out together." Zorak's eyes met hers, and for a moment, the hum quieted. "You're determined," he said, almost in awe. "Dan right," Maya replied with a grin. "Welcome to Earth." As she walked back home, the stars seemed brighter, and the air buzzed with possibility. She didn't know what was coming, but she felt alive, ready to tackle whatever this alien mess threw at her. Little did she know, the real chaos was just beginning. Mia woke to the sound of chickens clucking louder than usual. She rubbed her eyes and stumbled to the window, expecting to see the usual sunrise over Willow Creek. Instead, her backyard was a jungle. Corn stalks towered 10 feet high. Tomatoes the size of basketballs hung from vines, and her chickens were pecking at glowing seeds scattered across the ground. The air hummed again, stronger now, vibrating through her bones. "Zorak," she muttered, pulling on her jacket. This had to be his crest messing things up again. She grabbed her toolbox, hammer, nails, and a roll of duct tape, and headed next door. Ellie trailed behind, clutching a flashlight. "Stay close, kid," Maya said. "This is getting weird." Zorak's yard was worse. His porch was swallowed by shimmering vines, and the air sparkled with tiny motes of light. He stood in the middle, his silver skin pulsing brighter than ever, hands raised as if trying to calm the chaos. "Mia," he called, spotting her. "I can't stop it. The energy, it's reacting to Earth too much." Before she could reply, a cow mooed loudly from across the field. Maya turned and saw Hank Thompson, the gruff old farmer who lived down the road, stomping toward them. His overalls were streaked with mud, and his face was red with anger. Behind him, his cows glowed faintly, their hooves kicking up clouds of glittering dust. "What in blazes is this?" Hank bellowed, waving a pitchfork. "My crops are growing through my barn roof, and my livestock's actin' like they're possessed. You got something to do with this, shiny fella." Mia stepped between them, hands up. "Hank, cool it. This is Zorak, my new neighbor. He's an alien, and he's not doing this on purpose. We're figuring it out." "Alien," Hank spat, eyeing Zorak. "I don't care if he's from Mars or Florida. This is my land getting ruined." Zorak's glow dimmed slightly. "I'm sorry. My crest is out of control. On Velora, it bonds with a partner to stabilize. Here, it's wilder. I didn't mean to harm anything." Hank grumbled but lowered the pitchfork. Maya saw a chance. "Hank, you're good with fixing things. Ever patched a tractor with nothing but wire and spit? We need that now. Zorak's not the enemy. He's stuck, and we can help." Hank scratched his beard, glaring at the glowing cows. "Fine, but if my farm goes under, I'm blaming you both." A new voice cut in. "Cool. Can I help?" Leo Rivera, the 16-year-old tech whiz from 2 streets over, jogged up, his backpack clinking with gadgets. His dark hair flopped over his eyes, and he held a homemade drone buzzing in his hand. "I saw the lights from my window. Is this alien stuff? I've got sensors, a laptop. Let's science this." Mia grinned. "Perfect. Zorak, meet the team. Hank's got muscle, Leo's got brains, and I've got stubbornness. Let's tame this mess." They gathered around Zorak's porch, where the vines pulsed like a heartbeat. Leo's drone hovered, scanning the area, its screen flashing numbers Mia didn't understand. "Whoa," Leo said. "This energy's off the charts. It's like a power surge, but alive." "Alive," Hank snorted. It's wrecking my feels. Can't you zap it or something? Zorak shook his head. It's part of me. On Velora, we channel it through connection. Without that, it spreads, plants, animals, everything feels it. Mia thought fast. So we need to redirect it, like a river. Hank, your irrigation ditches. Could we use them? Leo, what about your tech? Can we guide this energy somewhere safe? Hank rubbed his chin. Ditches might hold it, if we dig him deeper. Been meanin' to anyway. Leo's eyes lit up. I've got a signal booster from an old radio project. If we tweak it, maybe we can steer the energy, like a remote control. Mia nodded. Good. Zorak, you're the source. Can you focus it if we give you a target? I'll try it, he said, his voice shaky but determined. I've never done this without a Vyloran bond. Then we'll be your bond, Maya said firmly. Humans don't quit. Let's move. They worked fast. Hank grabbed a shovel and started widening his ditches, sweat beading on his forehead as he cursed the glowing dirt. Leo rigged his booster to a rusty antenna from Mia's shed, wires sparking as he connected it to his laptop. Mia hammered stakes into the ground, marking a path from Zorak's yard to the fields. Ellie ran back and forth, fetching tools and water, her excitement outweighing her fear. Zorak stood at the center, his hands trembling as he tried to concentrate. The hum grew louder, and the vines lashed out, nearly snagging Leo's drone. It's fighting me, Zorak gasped. Too strong. Keep going, Mia shouted, hammering another stake. We've got this. Leo typed furiously. Signals live. Zorak, push the energy toward the antenna. Now. Zorak closed his eyes, his skin flaring bright enough to light the dusk. The hum became a roar, and Maya felt the ground shake. Slowly, the vines retreated, their glow streaming toward the antenna like water down a drain. The energy hit the ditches, and the fields erupted. Wheat shot up, glowing golden, and flowers bloomed in wild bursts of color. It's working. Ellie cheered, clapping her hands. Hank dropped his shovel, staring. Well, I'll be damned. That's the prettiest crop I ever seen. Leo whooped, high-fiving Mia. We just hacked an alien mating season. Zorak sank to his knees, breathing hard. Thank you. It's calmer now, but not over. The crest is still building. Mia crouched beside him. What's next? We bought time. Tell me everything. Zorak's green eyes met hers, glowing faintly. The energy needs a purpose. On Velora, it creates life. New bonds, new growth. Here, it's chaos unless I anchor it. I thought Earth would weaken it, but your world, it's amplifying me. Mia's mind raced. So we need to use it, not just move it. Like a power source. Maybe, Zorak said, but it's tied to me. If it grows too much, it could reach beyond this town. Leo perked up. Beyond. Like the city, that's 20 miles away. Hank swore under his breath. We're not letting that happen. Mia, what's the plan? Mia stood, brushing dirt off her hands. We've got a day, maybe two, before this blows up bigger. Leo, can you build something to harness it? Hank, we'll need more hands. Talk to the town. Zorak, you're with me. We're not just surviving this. We're making it work for us. Hank grunted. Folks won't like an alien stirring trouble. They'll like losing their homes less. Maya shot back. We show them what we did here. Proof we can handle it. As night fell, the fields glowed softly, a testament to their first victory. Maya felt a surge of pride. Humans didn't just endure. They adapted, they built, they fought. Zorak watched her, his glow steadying. You're remarkable, he said quietly. Nah, Maya replied with a tired smile. Just stubborn. Get some rest. We've got a bigger fight tomorrow. She didn't see it yet, but across the horizon, a faint shimmer flickered in the sky. Something, or someone, was watching. The morning sun rose over Willow Creek, casting golden light across the glowing fields. Mia stood on her porch, sipping lukewarm coffee, her mind buzzing with ideas. The air still hummed faintly, a reminder of Zorak's crest simmering beneath the surface. Yesterday they'd contained the chaos, redirected it into the ditches, and turned it into something beautiful. But Zorak's warning lingered. The energy was still building, and it wouldn't stop until it found a purpose. Mia wasn't about to let it spiral out of control again. Zorak stepped out of his house, his silver skin catching the light. He looked tired, his glow flickering like a dying bulb. "Mia," he said, crossing the yard. "I felt it last night. The crest. It's stronger now. We slowed it, but it's not enough." Mia set her mug down, her jaw tightening. "Then we don't slow it. We use it. You said it needs a purpose, right? Let's give it one." Leo bounded up the dirt path, his backpack bouncing. "Got it," he shouted, holding up a tangle of wires and metal. "I stayed up all night tweaking the signal booster. If we hook it to something bigger, like Hank's old generator, we could turn Zorak's energy into real power. Lights, heat, whatever." Mia's eyes lit up. "That's it, Leo. We make it useful, something the town can't ignore. Zorak, can you focus it again, like yesterday?" Zorak nodded slowly. "With your help, yes. But it's risky. If it overloads, it could break things. Then we don't let it," Maya said firmly. "Hank's meeting the neighbors at the barn. Let's show them what we've got." They headed to Hank's farm, where a crowd of 20 or so townsfolk had gathered. Hank stood on a hay bale, his voice booming. "Listen up. This alien's messin' with our land, but Mia says we can fix it. I seen it work. My crops are proof." "Who's in?" Murmurs rippled through the group. Mrs. Delaney, the gray-haired baker, crossed her arms. "I don't trust it. My oven's been flickering since he showed up. What if he's dangerous?" "He's not," Maya said, stepping forward. "Zorak's stuck, same as us. His energy's wild, but we turned it into this." She pointed to the glowing wheat towering behind them. "We can do more. Power the town, maybe more. Humans don't run from problems. We solve them." A tall man in a flannel shirt, Tom Carver, snorted. "Sounds like a fairy tale. Why help him? Send him back where he came from." Zorak spoke up, his voice steady despite his fading glow. "I chose Earth to avoid hurting my people. I didn't know it'd affect you. I'll leave if I must, but Mia's right. Together, we can control it." Ellie piped up from the crowd's edge. "He's nice, and Mum's smart. She fixed our roof in a storm once. Trust her." A few people chuckled, and the tension eased. Hank clapped his hands. "All right, enough yapping. Who's with us?" Hands went up, slowly at first, then more. Maya felt a swell of pride. This was humanity at its best. Messy, skeptical, but ready to roll up their sleeves. They got to work. Hank dragged his old generator from the barn, its rusted frame groaning. Leo wired it to his booster, muttering about voltage and frequencies. Maya and Ellie ran cables from Zorak's yard, duct taping them to the ground. The townsfolk pitched in. Some hauled scrap metal. Others brought tools. Mrs. Delaney even showed up with a tray of muffins, grumbling, but helping anyway. Zorak stood near the generator, his hands outstretched. "Tell me when," he said, his glow pulsing unevenly. Leo adjusted his laptop. "Okay, system's ready." Zorak, push the energy into the cables, slowly. "Mia, flip the switch when I say." Mia gripped the generator's lever, her heart pounding. "Got it. Now." Leo yelled. Zorak closed his eyes, and the hum roared to life. His skin blazed, and a stream of blue light shot from his hands into the cables. The ground trembled, and Mia held her breath. "Switch," Leo shouted. She yanked the lever. The generator sputtered, then roared, its lights flaring bright. A cheer erupted as every bulb in Hank's barn flickered on, stronger than ever. The glowing crops dimmed slightly, the energy flowing where they directed it. It's working. Leo whooped, pumping his fist. We've got power. Clean, alien power. Hank slapped Zorek's shoulder, nearly knocking him over. Not bad, Shiny. Might keep you around. Zorek smiled weakly. Thank you. It's stable, for now. Mia wiped sweat from her brow, grinning. For now's good enough. We'll figure out the rest. But the celebration didn't last. That night, as they tested the generator's range, a shadow crossed the sky. Maya looked up and saw 3 silver shapes hovering above the fields, sleek, glowing crafts unlike anything human. The hum in the air shifted, sharper now, and Zorek froze. Villarins, he whispered. They found me. Mia's stomach dropped. Friends of yours? No, Zorek said, his voice tight. Scouts. They'll want me back, or they'll take the energy themselves. It's too strong now. They can sense it. Leo's drone beeped, its screen flashing red. They're scanning us. Energy levels are spiking again. Hank grabbed his pitchfork. Let him try. This is our town. Mia stepped closer to Zorek, her mind racing. What happens if they take you? They'll strip the energy, he said. It could ruin your land. Maybe worse. I won't let them. Then we don't either, Maya replied, her voice steel. We've got a generator and a town full of fighters. Leo, can we boost the signal? Mess with their ships. Leo grinned. Oh yeah. Let's fry their tech. They scrambled back to the generator. Leo tweaked the booster, sending a pulse through the cables. Zorak poured more energy into it, his glow straining. The ships wobbled, their lights flickering. But they didn't retreat. They're adapting, Zorak warned. They're stronger than I thought. Mia clenched her fists. Then we get stronger too. Hank, round up everyone. Tools, trucks, anything. We're not losing this. As the townsfolk rallied, headlights blazing across the fields, Maya felt the weight of it all. They'd turned Zorek's chaos into power, proved what humans could do. Now they'd face something bigger. She glanced at Zorek, his eyes meeting hers with a mix of fear and trust. We'll win, she said, more to herself than him. Humans always find a way. The ships descended, their hum drowning out the night. Mia gripped a wrench, ready for whatever came next. The night sky over Willow Creek pulsed with tension as 3 Villarin ships hovered above the glowing fields. Their sleek silver hulls gleamed under the moonlight, and a sharp hum cut through the air, louder than Zorek's crest ever had been. Mia stood in Hank's field, wrench in hand, her heart pounding, but her resolve unshaken. Around her, the townsfolk formed a ragged line, Hank with his pitchfork, Leo clutching his laptop, Ellie holding a flashlight, and a dozen others armed with shovels, crowbars, and sheer stubbornness. Zorak stepped forward, his silver skin dimming under the strain. They're here for me, he said, his voice low. I'll go with them if it keeps you safe. No way, Maya snapped, grabbing his arm. The contact sent a faint spark through her fingers, but she didn't flinch. You're one of us now. We don't give up on our own. A beam of light shot from the lead ship, hitting the ground near the generator. The earth sizzled, and a voice boomed in clipped mechanical tones. Zorek of Vylora, your crest has disrupted the balance. Return with us, or we harvest this planet's energy ourselves. Hank spat into the dirt. Harvest. Over my dead body. Leo's drone buzzed overhead, its screen flashing. They're charging something. Energy readings are spiking. Mia's mind raced. They'd turned Zorek's crest into power for the town. Could they weaponize it now? Leo, that signal booster, can we overload their ships? Hit 'em with everything we've got. Leo's eyes widened, then he grinned. Risky, but yeah. If Zorek pumps max energy into the generator, I can amplify it. Fry their systems. Do it, Maya said. Hank, get everyone ready. If this fails, we fight the old-fashioned way. Hank nodded, barking orders. Trucks roared to life, their headlights aimed at the ships like a challenge. Mrs. Delaney revved her ancient pickup, muttering about damn space pests. Tom Carver hefted a tire iron, his earlier doubts replaced by grim determination. Zorak turned to Mia, his green eyes glowing faintly. This could drain me, maybe too much. Are you sure? She met his gaze, steady as steel. We're sure. You trusted us. Now trust yourself. Let's show 'em what Earth's made of. Zorak nodded and knelt by the generator, hands pressed to the cables. Leo typed furiously, rerouting the booster's signal. Ready when you are, Zorak. Go big. The hum became a roar as Zorak unleashed his crest. His skin blazed, brighter than the sun, and blue energy surged through the cables. The generator groaned, its lights flaring wildly. Maya shielded her eyes as the ground shook, the air crackling with power. Now, Leo shouted, slamming a key. A pulse of light shot from the antenna, ripping through the night toward the ships. The lead craft wobbled, its beam cutting off mid-strike. Sparks flew from its hull, and the other two veered, their hum faltering. It's working. Ellie cheered, jumping up and down. The scouts didn't back down. The lead ship stabilized, and a new beam lanced toward the generator. Mia dove, tackling Zorak out of the way as it scorched the earth where he'd stood. They're mad now, she grunted, pulling him up. Leo, hit him again. Leo adjusted the signal, sweat beading on his forehead. One more ought to do it. Zorak, everything you've got. Zorak staggered to his feet, his glow flickering but fierce. For you, he said, and poured himself into the cables. The pulse fired again, stronger this time, a wave of shimmering blue that slammed into all three ships. Metal groaned, lights died, and one craft crashed into the field, kicking up dirt and glowing wheat. The remaining two hovered, unsteady. The voice returned, weaker now. Zorak, this defiance changes nothing. We'll return with more. Mia stepped forward, shouting into the sky, and we'll be ready. You want his energy. You'll have to go through us, and we don't break easy. Hank revved his truck's engine, and the townsfolk roared, banging tools against metal. The ships hesitated, then ascended, their hum fading as they vanished into the stars. Silence fell, broken only by the generator's soft whine. Zorak collapsed, his glow nearly gone. Mia caught him, easing him to the ground. You okay? He managed a weak smile. Better than okay. You saved me. We saved each other, she said, brushing dirt off her hands. That's what humans do. Leo ran over, grinning. We've still got power. Look. The barn lights blazed, and the fields shimmered with life. Hank clapped Leo's shoulder. Kid, you're a genius. And Mia, you're a damn general. Ellie hugged Mia's waist. We're heroes, Mom. Mia laughed, tired but proud. Yeah, kid, we are. The next morning, the town buzzed with a new energy, literal and not. The generator hummed steadily, powering homes and shops. Mrs. Delaney's oven worked again, and she baked Zorak a pie as thanks. Tom Carver offered to fix Zorak's porch, muttering about good neighbors. The glowing crops drew stares, but no one complained. They'd tripled Hank's harvest overnight. Zorak recovered slowly, his glow returning in soft pulses. He sat with Mia on her porch, watching Ellie chase fireflies that sparkled a little brighter now. I thought I'd lose everything, he said, but you gave me a home. Mia shrugged. You gave us a fight worth winning. That energy, it's ours now. What else can we do with it? His eyes twinkled. On Velora, it builds. Bridges, cities, life. Here with you, anything's possible. She grinned. Then let's dream big. Power's just the start. Across the field, Leo tinkered with a new gadget, muttering about alien tech upgrades. Hank hauled glowing wheat to market, already planning a bigger barn. The town had changed. Wilder, stronger, united. Maya felt it too, a spark of wonder she hadn't known she'd lost. That night, the sky stayed clear, but Mia couldn't shake a feeling. Those scouts would be back, and maybe more. She didn't mind. Humans thrived on challenges, and with Zorak by their side, they'd face anything. The story wasn't over, it was just beginning. As the stars winked above, Mia leaned back, her wrench still in hand. Whatever came next, Willow Creek was ready, and so was she.